It's been a second. How is the volume compared to my voice right now? Perfect? Alright, cool. Okay, so last time I was working out in my house, I was squatting, so I didn't unload the stuff after I was done squatting. So here's the plan. We're doing a chest workout. You have to get this all set up properly here. Gonna start off with an incline press is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to test this out because it's been a second since I've done an incline here. Alright, let's see. Might need to make some adjustments from here. Yeah, feels like we're gonna probably need to. Okay, so Zebra Cakes won. What did you guys do? A poll? What was the poll? Alright. Looks like it's set up well enough. Usually whenever I incline press, I always like to start off my chest workouts with an incline. Mainly just because I feel like I can feel more and it gets more activation in my chest. But typically, whenever I do an incline to start off with at the gym, I'll use one of those like hammer strength incline machines because it helps you like really, you don't have to balance the weight or anything, you can just focus on purely like squeezing your chest together. How much do I weigh? Weigh about 210. About 210. What's my calorie intake when I'm bulking? If I was to be like bulking, and it depends on what you mean by bulking, because sometimes when people say bulking, they mean like you're just eating a ton of food, ton of extra calories, try to put on like weight as fast as you can. But that's not how I do it. If I'm gonna bulk, it's like a lean bulk. I'm only gonna go like 300 excess calories over my maintenance if I'm bulking. So for me, that'd be right around like 3,700, 3,700 calories right in there is where I'd be hitting. A little tough because the pins are kind of close. Wouldn't it be safer to bench without weight clips if you're benching alone? No, because I have my safety bars here. The worst comes to worst, I would just push it forward onto the bar. That's why the safety bars are there. You can't see it probably, but there's a bar right here. So that's why I changed these. So since I'm working out alone, worst comes to worst, I just throw it onto the fucking safety bar in the front. Alright, that felt alright. I'm mainly doing sets of 15. So that was 135. It's not anything crazy for an incline press. Some reason when it comes to doing incline press with a bar, this never been quite that strong on an incline press. But with a machine or something, I can load up quite a bit of weight. Yeah, what that's me said too. If you fell on incline, you could always just slide it down, but since the bar's there, it makes it okay. And I'll put the bars there as well when I'm gonna do a bench after. Do I prefer dumbbells? I like dumbbells, but I don't really like them for pressing just because of how hard it is. Once you have to start to work with like a higher weight, like when I do normal bench, I'll probably do 225. And when you're starting to get like 100-pound dumbbells each, getting those suckers up there in the right position sucks. So for that reason, I don't usually use dumbbells on a press, but hey, if you're going to use them on something like a shoulder fly, you can use them for some like chest flies, and I'm going to do that after I do my incline here. But to be honest, a cable machine is way better for flies in my opinion. So nowadays, I don't use dumbbells that much. Do I know my body fat percentage? I don't, but I could probably guess it. It's probably, I'd say it's probably right around 12, give or take a half a percentage. So maybe in the 11s, maybe 12. If you're not getting like super heavy though, dumbbells can be really good. Nowadays, when it comes to pressing exercises, I really like machines in gyms. Like the hammer strength machines that you can plate load on each side that are like the incline and then the flat and the decline. Like those are really good. It depends on what you're trying to do too. Like if for strength you're trying to get power, like better for powerlifting or something, obviously you're going to use a bar. If you don't care as much about that, then go ahead and use whatever you like. Mainly hitting dumbbells and trying to get your bearings right on cables by watching YouTube vids. My favorite exercise with cables is to put them both all the way up and then squeeze down and squeeze across your chest. All right. I believe that was 14. We didn't quite get to 15 there. My current PBs, I haven't maxed in forever on any of my lifts. I haven't maxed on bench, squat, or deadlift in like over a year. The last time I maxed on any of those, this one I posted them. So I haven't maxed in a long time. I've been just focused on getting my volume up. So yeah, last time I maxed, all those they're on the gram, but it's been quite a while. Where are my shoes? These are from Brooks. So if you guys know Brooks running shoes, they have some people that are fans of the channel, and so they've sent us over a couple pairs of shoes. These were the second ones they've sent over. These are the Elevate. I think these are meant more for like if you're going to be doing a lot of jumping or like running stairs, is what these are meant like truly meant for. But they're a very comfortable shoe. How much did I weigh when I hit 350 on bench? I was like probably like 98, 199. Used to run cross country. Brooks are good running shoes. Yeah, I really like these. And then I have like some lightweight ones that while I was running, I would use those as well. I'm gonna just drop this down to 5s on this side here with the 45s, so I make sure I can hit 15. Obviously, if I had a spotter, I would stick with that, but since I don't. We'll be able to get as heavy as we want on the bench, though. All right. Definitely not 15. Or do one more set? Things you can say in the gym, but not to an unknown girl in public. Nice rack. Cool. Chat. How many of you guys in the chat usually work out? Whether at home, the gym. Do I think I work out too much? Absolutely not. Do I take any supplements? I take fish oil, citrulline malate, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, and beta-alanine right now. Home gym, heck yeah, 3 to 4 times a week. At the gym near your university, you know it, 6 days a week, there you go. Have a house now, so maybe a power rack in the future. 5 times a week, gym before work, love it, dude. Love it. Also, you guys are probably curious, those that have never seen a workout stream before, so this is the one side. We got, if you didn't notice, got Jordan and Kobe up there, all right, on the wall. Got the big Viss cutout in the back. This is the setup in here in the workout room, so you can see, boom, everything that's going on. Got the big TV with the chat up there. And then this is my room behind, which that's like for like a theater, right? We got the couches up in here. Boom. And then I won't be able to show you. I wonder if I can peep it down the hallway down there. Boom. Down there's the actual stream room. See if I can get this proper. How we look? Did I look about even? I don't know. What are we looking like? We're at an angle. You've been waiting for a house tour? Hey, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Ready comment? Yeah, it's pretty much the same for me. I never really drank that much, but speaking of fitness and whatnot, I don't really, every once in a while, you know. Whereas Loki, the dogs don't live with me. You know this. You're about 220 when you started, down to 195 and maintaining, losing the fat and gaining muscle while staying around 195 and 6'1", so good with it. Hell yeah, that's a great weight at that height. Did I put the floor in? Yeah, we put the floor in together. Me and Papa Viss did the floor. And he actually built this too. This is a deadlift platform that he built. Alright, this is going to be the final set of Incline. That's what we're going to be able to do without a spot. Give you a 15 no less. I'll give it to you on the bench, alright? Alright, so did 3 sets of Incline. Didn't count the first one really because so there's a little warm-up set. If anyone is wondering about the music, the Doom soundtrack. All right. We're gonna do some flies. Start off with some 30s. Almost mistaking you as a trucker with the headset and tight Jordan poster. What does the Jordan poster have to do with being a trucker? All right. Do first set of flies here. See how this weight feels. It's probably gonna be actually pretty light. Probably go up a little bit. Let's do that. Let's go 35s. For leg days, do I do more resistance or cardio? Resistance. So my leg days, typically I'll do a squat press, different than a leg press. It's my favorite leg machine. I'll start with a squat press and go pretty damn heavy, but I still go for like 15 reps. So I mean, relative, it's not heavy, right? Compared to like a 5-rep set or something, but it still gets really damn heavy. I have really strong legs. Those that watched the Tyler 1 lifting competition, you guys got to see the squat that we did. We did a 500-pound squat. And so for me to really like push my legs and try to improve on volume and strength and whatnot and still try to get my legs a little bigger, I have to end up going pretty damn heavy for my reps. So I'll do a squat press. Then typically after a squat press, I'll go right to training calves because I really need to train my damn calves still. It's one of the hardest body parts for most people to build. It's just a hard muscle group to get to grow. But I usually do calves after my first set of, like, for my first set when I go into the gym is always like my hardest lift, or I try to make it my hardest lift. So do my hardest lift first, then I'll do calves. Then after that, I'll usually do like some leg extensions to work the quads. I'll do some leg curls, usually a seated leg curl machine. And then I'll do calves again. And then usually I finish with a lunge. And that'll be my leg day. Ends up being like, usually I'll do like 5 sets on my squat press. Then I'll do 5 sets of calves. Then I go to 3 sets on the leg extension. 3 sets on the seated leg curl. 3 sets for another 3 sets for calves, and then finish with like 3 sets of lunges is what I've been doing right now. All right. All right. Honestly, might even be able to go another 5 pounds up. Would have lifted more if the rivals wasn't 10 hours long. That shit was a marathon lifting competition. That shit was something else. Something else. Should watch Physical 100. I think you would really enjoy it. What is that, Naki? What's Physical 100? How often do I work out at home versus the gym? I will rarely work out from home because I stream so much, and I worked from home and worked out from home and did a bunch of stuff for just years and years while I was focused on nothing but the stream. I like to just get out of the house and go to the gym and train there and get out in the real world around people. What was that weight that was worth? 35-pound dumbbells. So, nothing insane. All right weight for flies. I think I'm going to stick with this so I can really focus on the form for it. Typically, like I said, when I do my flies, I don't like using dumbbells. I like using cables for flies. It's a Netflix show about physical prowess. All right. I probably won't end up watching it because I just don't have Netflix, but... So I'm gonna let's do another 2 sets of flies. And then we're gonna do a flat bench. And then after that, we'll have to decide. How big are my arms? I don't know. It's been a while since I measured them. We're doing all right though. We're doing all right, you know. How soon before a workout do you eat? I usually have a meal like an hour before a workout, but it won't be something that's going to be hard for me to digest. Like, I'm not going to have a ton of protein. Usually it'd be mainly like carbs, like rice or some fruit, maybe some oats, but nothing too crazy. Yep, it's a chest workout today. So how I usually do a push-pull legs split. I'm working out 3 times a week right now. Before this, though, I'll usually work out 5 to 6 times a week. The reason I work out 3 times a week right now is because I'm doing jiu-jitsu as well. And I wouldn't be able to train jiu-jitsu and do well in jiu-jitsu if I was training like 5 to 6 times a week. I would just be too dead. So I train 3 times a week. My main goal is to try to maintain. If I can still gain doing 3 times a week, that would be great. But the main goal right now is to just try to maintain size and strength while I'm also doing jiu-jitsu. And then 3 nights a week I do hot yoga. So tonight I actually have hot yoga as well. How long do I recommend resting in between sets? You want to rest as long as it takes for you to be able to do all of your reps in your next set with good form. So there was a myth for the long time, and it's still talked about now. And you'll see, even when I'm doing workouts and shit like this, people come in and be like, "You're resting too long, bro. You're resting too long." And they've done tons of studies on this where they try to figure out the proper rest time, like the best possible rest time for people. And what they've come to find is take as long as you need so that you can perform the next lift with good form and do all of your reps. It could be even up to like 10 minutes, depending on your exercise. Like if you're doing really heavy ass squat and you're going hard as hell on your squat to a like your perceived exertion, they have like a perceived exertion scale that goes from like 1 to 10. I might be saying this could be saying this wrong, but there's like a 1 to 10 scale. Say like a 10's like the absolute most. You went all the way to failure on the set. If you're doing that, you might need like 10 minutes in between before you could actually do another set properly. So it depends on the lift. And the truth of the matter is, I mean, as long as you're not doing something crazy where you're taking like 10 minutes in between your flies or something, you're probably fine. You're not gaining anything by doing some short rest time when it comes to size and strength. So if you're like, oh, I only do a minute and 20 seconds in between my sets, but then you're only able to do 8 reps, where if you waited 3 minutes, you would have been able to do 15, you would have been better off waiting 3 minutes and did the 15. The main thing that matters is volume. All right, we're gonna do one more set of flies. You want me to stream the hot yoga? I'm sure you guys would like that. Yep, you gotta subscribe to the OnlyFans for that. It's only $69.69 a month, all right? And if you subscribe to the tier 3, you'll even get my fucking Snapchat. And each day I'll send a message to you, call you a king or a queen. All right, whatever you choose. And you're like, is he serious? Dead serious. Hit the link. Go subscribe. How do you recommend that I push through a plateau? As in, I've peaked in strength. Hey, it depends. So, how long have you been at this plateau? Because the stronger and stronger you get, the harder and harder it's going to be to keep getting strong. It's not that you, even sometimes necessarily that you plateaued, it's that it gets just much smaller. You get diminishing returns the bigger and stronger you get. So, it can be something where you still want to be trying to increase your resistance. So, if you're at the gym and you're benching and your bench press hasn't gone up and you're stuck at 225 for sets of 10, right? Maybe what you could start doing is still try to increase that by 1 rep, so go to a set of 11, right? Or maybe the first 2 sets you go for 10, and on the last set you get a spotter, right? And then on your 10th rep you barely get it. And then you have your spotter assist you for the next like 3 reps or 4 reps or 5 reps, however many you can get with some assistance. The other big thing, are you getting enough calories? Are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough rest and recovery to be able to continue to gain strength and grow? You know, it might be something that you just need to stick with it and continue to try to improve on your lifts. Sometimes, if you've been training for like, say, hard for like 8 straight weeks, your body might have got to the point where it's really wore down. You need to take a week where you back off the volume. You do like half the volume for a week, and then you can start back up again and start increasing your volume again. But, I mean, often I don't think it's that you've plateaued, because you can usually continue to make small progress. I think a lot of time people are just impatient and they think that they're going to continue gaining strength how they did when they very first started lifting, and that's just not the case. You're just going to slow down. It really is. It depends on what you mean by plateaued and like what you plateaued on. For me, if I got stuck at my bench was at, you know, my max for bench was at 350, and I haven't been able to get it up, and it's been 3 months, I'd make sure that I'm continuing to try to progress in my sets in some way. You should continue to be able to gain size and strength as long as you focus on a progressive overload. It just might be eventually that you get up to a point where your progress for you is maybe you put 5 pounds on your bench in a year. Yeah, see, it can absolutely be a nutrition thing that you're not getting enough calories. It could be that you're not getting enough rest. It could be that you're getting too much stress. It could be a ton of different things, a ton of different factors. You kind of need to audit your own life and try to figure out what it is. I personally have never really had a problem with that though, because if you stick to like the fundamentals of lifting and doing the things properly, you're gonna continue being able to put on size and strength. All right, final set of flies here. Oh yeah, that was a good one. All right, now we're gonna go to a regular bench. For this one, I'm gonna do the opposite side here. Be a little too high. Trying to see where I need to put these bars. All right, there we go. We're going to start at 225 on the bench. We talking pounds? Yeah, we're talking pounds. What do I think is best to gain strength, a short or long series? I don't know what you mean by series. Well, we're already warmed up. We did an incline press before, Rudy, so and we've been doing fly, so we're already warm for the bench. Joe, it doesn't really matter. I believe the proper way is always inward, but it's not really going to make a big difference. Series of 10 with the maximum you can lift for your strength? Nah. So if you're trying to gain size or you're going for volume, you would want to do a rep range likely between anywhere between 8 to 15. If we're talking strength, like you're trying to train for powerlifting, you're going to be doing probably maybe the biggest set you would ever get up to is an 8, and that's probably not going to be even all that often. Most of the time you're going to be training like 5 rep range, 3 rep range if you're training for strength. It's the law of specificity of whatever you're trying to train for. If you're trying to train for a higher volume, your muscle has to get bigger to be able to handle the higher volumes. If you're training for strength, that's happening more on a neurological level in your muscle, on the neurons, and like how strong they are, how much they fire, right? That's going to happen as you're at a lower rep range with a heavier weight. So you want to get stronger, use a heavier weight. You're not going to be able to do as many reps. You're trying to get bigger, right? You're trying to grow your muscles. It's going to be more reps, lesser weight than if you were training strength. Yeah, when it comes to lifting competitions, what Dan just said, if you're doing like powerlifting, usually they'll go off of kilos, even in competitions inside the US. Why the leggings? It's like wearing them when I'm at the gym or when I'm lifting. Helps keep you warm. All right. First set of bench. Whoa. That was completely... That test is high. Had these bars one too high. Well, we did 12. I don't think we're going to be able to get 15 here. Maybe if we had a spot. Vachi, what's up, brother? How many times a week do I train chest? Right now it is 1 time a week, but I used to, for the longest time, I trained all muscle groups twice a week. Do I do any calisthenics? If you're a big fan of weighted pull-ups yourself, allowed you progress to strict muscle-ups as well. Calisthenics are just mainly body weight. I mean, push-ups and dips, but outside of that, no. Mayo main, hey, that's awesome, man. Let's go, dude. You're gonna buy some tanks when I hit my goal. Hey, you the man, dude. Stick with it. That's awesome. You're down 25 pounds. Hey, 75 more to go, baby. Quarter of the way there. Dave? Yeah, stutter's working. Yeah, this is the Doom soundtrack. The Doom soundtrack, baby. Yeah, I don't know. On this next one, after we bench here, we're going to see what we're going to be able to do. Maybe do some tricep overhead extensions with the plate, with some push-ups. Super Fury? Yeah, when it comes to a video game soundtrack for lifting, I don't think you can beat Doom. There might be some out there that come close, but it's pretty good. Vachi? It's Mr. Olympia, absolutely. I mean, there we are. It's been that way forever. If you made it, if you turned Mr. Olympia into the natural bodybuilding, no one's gonna fucking watch it. Mayo, love it, dude. Love it. For those the people in the chat that work out in the lift, what's your favorite chest workout? Kev, it depends on what I'm training. I'll never wear a runner's shoe if I'm going to train like legs or do deadlifts. I'll wear a flat shoe, like a Chuck, or just like a straight up lifting shoe. Usually if I'm ever squatting, I'm using a squat shoe. Hey, that's a great goal to have, man. It's a great goal to have, especially while you're doing some hockey. Flies for you. Bent over cable flies. Insane squeeze. That's a good one for sure. Yeah, barbell flat bench. Incline push-ups for chest. Like it. Decline bench. I used to decline bench a ton. I almost never do it now. I started not liking it that much. Dumbbell press. The decline machine you'd mentioned earlier, yeah, I love the hammer strength machines. If I had my own gym, I'd have an incline, a flat, and a decline hammer strength machine. If I could choose any equipment in it, I definitely would have those. And then I'd have a squat press, and I definitely would have a belted squat machine, the one where the weight, all the weight is loaded. It's loaded on like a pendulum. But it hooks on below you with a chain and you wear the belt and you just do squats. Those are fucking great. Decline bench without a spotter. Yeah, that shit gets wild. My favorite chest exercise, it's that incline hammer strength machine. All right, we got two more. Do two more sets of flat bench. People use some knock machines where they're coming around. Yeah. Well, it's the cool thing about machines, since you're not, it's great to do both. It's great to work with some free weights, and it's great to work with machines because they both have certain things that they're really good at. You have to stabilize the weight, obviously, when you're doing free weights. You're going to hit muscles in a different way. You're going to work your stabilizing muscles, right? But then when you go to a machine, you can focus purely on just hitting just like all your chest, you know? You don't have to worry about stabilizing weight, so you can just focus all of it just purely on the force, and you don't have to worry about the weight for going anywhere. And you can really focus on just contracting like the muscle that you want to hit. That's the cool thing about a machine. Joe, there's nothing wrong with touching your chest. It depends on the person. Some people have really bad range of motion. Some people, they can't touch their chest. It's not most people, but some people are like that. Or in order to touch their chest, maybe they have like really tight shoulders, shoulder blades and whatnot. They can't get back there like that. I mean, honestly, if you're not going all the way to touching your chest and you're stopping a couple inches before it, is there anything wrong with that? Probably not. Probably completely fine. I don't think there's gonna be any big issue with that. I kind of would doubt that you're losing that much, if anything. However, if you do have the range of motion and you can touch your chest, you're probably better off touching your chest. We're doing chest today, burp. Next time we do a lifting stream, we'll have to do either back or legs. Probably back, because I used to squat all the time. I would squat like twice a week. I just don't like squatting as much anymore. If it was something where I was training for powerlifting or even, I don't know, even in bodybuilding, it's not that, it's not like absolute must, I would say, but there's a reason it's one of the best lifts for, it's a reason the squat's one of the best lifts. But yeah, next time we'll have to do back. Yeah, we used to do tons of front squats for football. My coach really liked it because, you know, his line of thinking, which, I mean, it does make sense. So you're never going to have a guy, you never want the guy to be on your back. You're always going to be tackling when he's in front of you. You want to be able to, you know, have that power in the front, but it doesn't make a huge difference, I would say, but the front squat's probably better for someone playing like something like football. Vachi, hey, you the man, dude. You the man, brother. front squats for the quads. Am I a full-time streamer? Yes, I am. Been a full-time streamer for 7 years now. Been streaming for 8. Coming up, it'll be 8. It'll be 8 in May, so we're still a little ways away from that. But we're getting there. It's getting closer. All right, we got 2 sets left on the bench. Dude, I wanted to go for one more, but I also don't want to get pinned under the bar here while I'm on the fucking stream. Camera angle makes you look like you're 6'8". Nah, not 6'8". What can I recommend someone add to their program to grow their upper chest? For me, upper chest was doing that hammer strength machine, dude. We'll call the medics. Yeah. For me, the big thing for my upper chest was that hammer strength machine. When I started training with the hammer strength, even more so than the incline. Some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just my form or something's off with my incline when I use a bar. Dumbbells really were good though. I like incline pressing with dumbbells. I just don't have heavy enough dumbbells here to incline press with. You want me to do a cooking stream for the 8-year anniversary? George, I have a lifting shoe that I wear for my squats. They have an elevated heel, which helps with your ankle mobility. It'll help you get deeper down into your squat. I don't really need them, but I still like to wear them, even without them. These have a little bit of an elevated heel though, but they're more of a running shoe. But what happens is if you have your ankle elevated some, it changes, I'm not exactly sure, but it changes the angle with your ankle, which will make it so you can get deeper into a squat. So I'll use squat shoes whenever I'm squatting. Are deadlifts a bad workout? No, I wouldn't say they're a bad workout, but people do absolutely get injured easily on deadlifts because their form is shit. I mean, I've been lifting at gyms now for pretty much ever since I was 18, so, I mean, 10 years, a decade. And, I mean, I could probably count on one hand the amount of times where I've seen someone that actually has a proper deadlift form in the gym. Most of the time, we're talking someone, they're getting down their damn deadlift, fucking backs bent, oh, like, trying to, like, row their back up, they're yanking, right? They're doing all kinds of shit. Trying to head straight to Snap City. Yanking, jerking, elbows not locked out. They're starting out here, they got all this slack. Their elbows like this, and then they pull, and their fucking joints are getting yanked. People just don't know the proper form when it comes to a deadlift is the big problem. And the other thing is you have to have the discipline that when your form is going to want to break down the more exhausted you get throughout the lift. So if you're doing a really hard set of deadlifts, your first, you know, you're doing a set of 10, your first 6 might be good, but then your last 4 start to break down, and then that's when you see people, their rolling over their shoulders, all sorts of shit. It's just for that reason, that's the reason that deadlifts get a bad rap. It's not because it's a bad lift. It's because of bad form, ego lifting, exactly. People head straight for Snap City. But for the vast majority of the, probably 99.9% of anybody watching in chat right now, you never need a deadlift. You can build a really great body physique, get really damn strong without ever deadlifting. It's not something that people would like really need to do. There's nothing absolutely wrong with the lift, but me personally, if you're just like the everyday lifter, I would tell you don't deadlift. If you're trying to be a power lifter, right? Maybe you're an athlete and you're training for your sport, then you might want to consider doing some deadlifts. If you're the everyday person, you probably don't need to do it. You can do so many other lifts that you're going to need to hit all of the all the muscles, all the muscle groups that you'd want to hit anyways. And if you had listened to me years ago, when I was younger, even say like 3 years ago, I probably would have said, no, deadlifting's fine, anybody could do it. But nowadays, as I've gotten older and I think a little bit more wise, I'd say not everybody needs a deadlift. That one was heavy. All right. So we've done an incline press. We've done a fly. Did a bench press. I think we could do some overhead tricep extensions with a plate. Then maybe do some push-ups for a little superset. I'm thinking actually, I'd rather hit more of my chest than my tries though. Maybe, I got an idea. Let's do this. How long did it take for me to hit 225? Well, that's kind of, so I've been lifting ever since I was in 7th grade. I started lifting for football. I never tested my max on bench until I was a sophomore in high school. And I think when I was a sophomore in high school, this is when we were starting off, the very beginning of the season. I think I was able to bench like 155 or some shit. So not that much. But I would say by the time like my sophomore year was over, I could hit 225. It didn't take that long. And then as I got stronger and stronger, especially into my senior year. I think my senior year I was able to bench like I probably got close to like 285 max by the end of my senior year. Close to that, so I wasn't able to bench. If I remember right, I wasn't able to bench 3 plates. I was able to do that after high school when I started getting more into powerlifting. And then it's been just like, you know, slow, steady since then. About how much for a setup like this? I don't know. This power rack, back when I bought this power rack back when I very first started streaming. So I bought this like almost 8 years ago now. And this was not that much. I bought this on Amazon. I think it was like 500, 600 bucks back then. It's probably a lot more expensive now. And then I had this Olympic bar before that. But I mean, what's like an Olympic bar, chat? Like $100 or something? And then I've got, let's see. Ten plate 45s. So that's what, 400 and... Is that 450 pounds in 45s? Yeah. And then 2 rubber 45s. I don't know how much those are now. They're not cheap. But for like everything, it would be like right about $1,500 or something. 1,500 to 2,000 maybe. But yeah, you can get a lot of stuff like Flickshot saying, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, that sort of thing, and pick up weights that way, and you can get them for not nearly as much. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a press with these dumbbells. We're gonna do more of like an inner chest press by pushing the dumbbells together while we're lifting, and then we'll do some push-ups right after that. So, let's go. Hold up. So I'm gonna press them together and up. Ooh. That was a good one. So by pushing the dumbbells together, it's almost like, you know when you do a fly, how you get that contraction at the end? So it's almost like you get that contraction, and then you keep the whole time in the press. So it can be a fun one to add in for anyone out there that hasn't tried those before. Yeah, the chest is destroyed. But yeah, if you are someone and you really want to get some stuff for a home gym, like they're saying in chat, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, anything that's the equivalent of that where you live, check it regularly for the things that you want, and there's always stuff popping up on there, and that's a great way to get things really cheap. Some people just want to get rid of shit because it's been sitting around their house forever. The treadmills and the benches and everything turned into clothes hangers. You know, they hang their fucking clothes on it. My favorite meal to eat after lifts? Me and my friend Slacks. Sometimes he's in the chat, Freaky Slacks. Whenever we get a lift in, we always go to Mobetta's after. If you guys don't know what Mobetta's is, it's like Hawaiian food. But all it is like rice, but you can get like chicken, steak, or these different things. How they season it and whatnot, and they put some teriyaki sauce on it. It's really damn good. If you haven't seen a Mobetta's before, you can look it up. Look it up. Mobetta's food. It's pretty solid. Good post-workout meal. That or like a Cafe Rio or a Costa Vida. Somewhat similar to Chipotle, but it's like way better. But if it's something I'm just having at home, I'll just have something basic. Some sweet potato and chicken, sweet potato, steak, etc. I eat mainly. I don't eat that crazily nowadays. I'm pretty strict with just eating whole foods. What time is it for me right now? I think it's 2:30. No, 3:30. Am I doing cardio? So for my cardio, I do jujitsu and I do hot yoga as well, and I'll do sauna. So all those things will help with your cardio or your cardiovascular health. Especially like all those things. Jiu-jitsu, I mean, when you're rolling and grappling for like round after round after round after round, that definitely gets your heart rate up. And you know, you might not think this if you're someone that's never done hot yoga before, but when they got it like 105 in there and you're doing all these stretches and you're doing them for like an hour, hour and a half, your fucking heart rate gets going because it gets so hot and you're like putting all this strain on your body that you're not, especially if you're not used to it. Like I'm someone that's not as used to that. It's a different type of working out. So definitely a good way to get that as well. But when it comes to like running or anything like that, no, I don't do any running. What's your stream room poster? Say it's mindset is everything. Flick shot? That sounds like an absurd idea, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god. Whew. Yep. Chest is damn near tapped out. Yeah, I don't think that's probably a pretty terrible idea to do anything like that when you've been drinking sauna or anything where you're hot, because you're getting even more dehydrated, right? You're already dehydrated. You're already gonna be dehydrated from the alcohol. And on top of that, you do like a sauna or something like that. You're crazy, asking for it. Minzy? Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what it means. All right, we're gonna do one final set here of this, and then we'll be good. So in total, we did, let's see, 3, 7, 11, be 14 sets on the chest. So maybe next Wednesday, we'll do another workout, and we'll do a pull workout on that. Whenever I do that from home, it's pretty basic stuff for my pull workouts when I do them from home. Whole lot of rows, whole lot of pull-ups. Minzy, yeah, you know, the whole reason I like to do the workout streams, it's not because. It's because I want people to get more interested in working out. I think there's a lot of people in the gaming world and whatnot. Maybe you're someone out there and you're watching this for the first time. You've never even worked out before. And I'm hoping that maybe you seeing how I work out, or just by watching someone work out, then maybe, hey, you think about the idea of maybe you starting working out as well, because I know that it can be a great thing for you. Working out's been one of the greatest things for me. It's completely changed my life. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for working out. It's kind of a theme day AMA, yeah, definitely. But yeah, you know, like I said, I started working out when I was in 7th grade, but sports were the big thing that really helped with that as well. So I played sports from a time when I was a young kid, and when I was a young kid, I was a little fat kid. I was overweight for sure, and you know, playing sports and everything helped me get in the mindset of pushing myself and trying to become better. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And so there's things. It's not just about your physical health. It's not just about trying to look better or be stronger. It's about all the mental benefits you get too from working out. And I know that those can be really great for people. If you're someone out there that struggles with depression, or if you struggle with confidence, self-esteem, I think working out's one of the greatest ways that you can gain a lot of that, and you can learn some stuff more than just physical, a whole lot of mental stuff as well. All right, final set, baby, let's go. So we're contracting our muscles together here, contracting that chest, and then pressing through it. And finishing off with however many push-ups we can get, which... Oh. Oh my God. Whew. Which wasn't gonna be much. All right, I'm gonna see you guys back in the stream room, all right? Boom. Been a minute. What do we think, chat? What do we think? You can see that other camera doesn't do justice to the veins, man. Doesn't do justice. Yo, Blue, appreciate the 58 months. Coburn, the 20 months. And yo, Pawnbroker, appreciate the 20 months as well, man. Subversary gains, hell yeah. Did you ever get stretch marks from fast growth? Yep. You might be able to see right here. Those are stretch marks. And then, I don't know if you can tell on the bicep. You see that they're like in here. Stretch marks on my biceps. I've got stretch marks on my legs. And a tiny bit on my back. But yeah, probably do another workout stream at some point. Like maybe next Wednesday we can do a workout stream. But outside of that, man, hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys know the drill, man. If you're out there, you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the follow button here on Twitch before you go. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything like that. Love it, man. Keep them coming. Just what I needed to get the testosterone flowing. Hey, baby, let's go. If you're real out of shape, is lifting a better way to get into shape than running? I want to start, but my feet and knees are always sore by the time I'm done with work. You know, if you're real out of shape, one of the best ways you can get in shape is doing like some incline walking. That's a great way to start, even better than just running. Especially if you're not used to running. If you're out of shape and you're not used to running, you just start running. You might be, even if you're like really trying to stick with it and push yourself, you'll probably be okay running for about 3 days. And then your legs are going to be hurting like hell, your knees, your joints, all that, because you're just not in shape. So a really good way to go about it is incline walking, because you still get that resistance from incline walking, but there's not nearly as much impact on your body and joints. And then you can work up from there. It's going to help you get it's going to help condition your body as well for if you wanted to eventually start running. That's what I would recommend most people do, is start with incline walking or even like a stair stepper. One of those things. But absolutely, when it comes to trying to get in better shape and a better body comp, doing some form of resistance training, some weights, or like even calisthenics or whatever is a very good idea to do. You want to be able to maintain or even build some muscle, because it's going to increase the amount of calories your body needs to maintain itself. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body needs. It's like investing. The more muscle you have, the more you can eat, and so it's easier to actually maintain your weight. And if you're trying to lose weight, it's good to do some resistance training, because you want to hang on to that muscle mass. You don't want to lose your muscle. It's important for your longevity. And if you lose muscle, then what's that mean? It means the opposite of what I just said. Your body now requires less calories to maintain its weight. So you're able to eat less to just maintain your weight now. So you want to maintain that muscle mass. The biggest thing when it comes to losing body fat is your diet. You want to lower your calories if you're eating too much. You need to be in a caloric deficit. Busy, I've heard that it's quite a bit. Like we're talking like in the thousands of calories that a grandmaster could burn during. And I think when they say a chess match, they don't mean one match. They mean like a chess tournament. Well, your brain requires a lot of calories, a lot of glucose to function, so it doesn't surprise me. What am I going to eat for dinner? Nothing crazy. Probably like sweet potato and some chicken. Berkman, there you go. All right, chat. Yo, everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling, hanging with me in the pack today, like always. You know the drill, man. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys then, all right? The merch is up on the shop, along with the way better t-shirts. If you need to let them know that you're just simply way better out here, boom. Got those up there. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got hats, we got everything, all right? There's literally everything on the shop.